Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a solo playthrough of Slay the Spire, the board game. This is a board game version of the popular video game, which was based on deck building card games, so we've come full circle here. I went ahead and I got everything set up for a solo game. You're going to set it up just as you would for any player count, except that in the solo game, you get to start with this loaded die relic, as well as 2 coins. Now I'm going to be playing as the Silent. I've shuffled up their unique deck of starting cards. And to finish setup, we need to grab a random blessing card and gain the benefits. So there in the red, it shows that we get 3 more coins and a card reward, which is just an extra card into our deck. Whenever we gain a card reward, we draw 3 and pick 1 to keep. I think I'll take this dagger throw. We're going to shuffle that into our deck, and these 2 are going to go to the bottom of our rewards deck. We then get to choose one of the 3 options below. We could either gain 5 coins, add a random rare card into our deck. And the rare cards are special, powerful cards that are in this deck, separate from our regular rewards deck. Or we could gain one of these rare cards by drawing 3 and picking 1, but in that case we'd have to lose 3 coins. Let's do that middle one. Let's just gain the random one off the top of the deck. Okay, we got Unload. I'll explain what this card does when I use it. So we're just going to shuffle that in. And there we go. That's it. We are ready to begin the game. We always start down here with a first encounter. So you're going to shuffle up the first encounter cards and draw 1 at random. And it looks like we got a cultist. We're going to be working our way up this path until we get to the final Act 1 boss. Once we defeat that, we can move on to Act 2 and eventually Act 3. At the beginning of every fight, we then roll this die. Okay, we rolled a 2. The die roll might trigger different effects on enemies or on our relics. Like, for instance, this loaded die, if we had rolled a 4 or a 5, we would have been able to get a starting block. And a 6 would allow us to trigger a die ability on any of the relics that we had, including this one. We then start the fight, we're at full health, and we always start with 3 energy. And then we draw 5 cards from our deck. But the Silent has a special ability right here that says at the start of combat, we get to draw 2 extra cards. We now get to spend our 3 energy to play cards. You can see the energy cost is in the upper left. And these cards are mostly going to attack and defend. Our starting deck is sort of filled with that. You can see, though, we immediately got our rare card, which is actually not going to help us too much right now. The Silent has spears she can get that she can use to do 1 attack. This Unload would let us do 2 damage and then spend all of our spears that we've collected to do an additional damage. So we won't get the benefit of the spears, but I'm going to go ahead and play that anyway. It's going to be 1 energy, and it will do 2 damage to the cultist. And we track their health just like this, so they're going to go from 9 to 7. I'll then spend a strike to do an additional damage for 1 energy. And then I'll play a defend to get 1 block. And there we go. I've spent all of my energy. I'm done playing cards. All the rest of the cards that I didn't use get discarded. And that's going to be the end of my turn. Now, if we were playing with more players, each player would have their own enemy in front of them. But we can attack any of the enemies. So all the players can gang up on just 1 enemy or spread it around however they want. And everyone's just playing simultaneously and discussing what they want to play, working together cooperatively. But when it's the enemy's turn to attack, they're only going to attack the player who's in their row. We're playing solo, so we don't have to worry about all that. So when we're done, the cultist gets to attack us, and you can see here, they're going to hit us for 1, Luckily, we have a block, so we don't take any HP damage. And then that symbol there means they're going to get stronger. So we just put one of these strength tokens on them. That just means they're going to do +1 damage to us when they attack next round. So each round, they're just getting stronger and stronger. Okay, that's it. They're done. We start a new round of combat. We get our 3 energy. We draw 5 cards. Our special ability of drawing +2 cards is just at the start of combat, not every round of combat. And here we go. We get to go again. Let's start off by playing Dagger Throw. 1 energy. It does 2 damage. So at 4 now. And we get to draw a card and then discard a card. Okay, let's just discard one of these defends. Okay, I now want to play Neutralize. This one costs nothing. Does 1 damage. And they get weakened. This weak token is going to reduce their damage by 1. So the strength is increasing it by 1. The weakness is reducing it by 1. Basically canceling out the strength. Now, unfortunately, we can't finish them off here because we only have 2 more attacks. So let's go ahead and do 1 attack and 1 defense. That will be our 2 remaining energy. And they're down to 2 health. They then attack us. It's going to just be 1. So our shield will block it. And unlike the strength, you actually remove the weakness token when they attack. And they gain an extra strength token. Oh, and at the beginning of that round, I should have re-rolled the die. I forgot to do that. Hey, look at that. So we actually would have had a block. I forgot about this. At the beginning of each round, you roll the die. So we would have had a block there. So we could have played that extra damage. So we'll just say we did that. Now we go back to the beginning. Roll this again. That's the first thing you do. Okay, just a 1. We're going to play our cards out. And when our deck runs out, we just shuffle our discard. Now, some cards might have the keyword exhaust on it when you play them, and that means they don't go into your discard pile. They go into a separate exhaust pile. They're just basically one-use cards for each combat. You can only use them once per combat. But at the end of the combat, they come back into your deck. We don't have any of those cards at the moment. And here we go. We can easily take this cultist out and kill them. Once they're dead, the combat ends immediately. We're going to gain the reward that's shown in the upper left. So we're going to get a coin and another card to add to our deck. So we go to the big stack here, draw 3, pick 1. Oh, and look at that. This card would probably pair very nicely with our unload. So yeah, let's make that combo happen. So we're going to take that one. These 2 go to the bottom of the deck. Each of these decks is personalized for the character that you're playing. So you get unique cards that combo with their special abilities. And there we go. We get rid of the cultist. We're going to reshuffle our deck at the beginning of the next combat. And now we get to decide what path we want to move up on this board. Let's go this way, because that token there is a merchant, and that's going to let us buy some stuff with the money that we're collecting. So we come up here to a question mark, and that means that we're going to have an event. Draw a random Act 1 event. And we found a lab. You find some potions. Each player gains a potion. We're then going to roll the die once for the party, and on a 4, 5, or 6, one player will gain another potion. Okay, rolled a 1, so we're just getting 1 potion. And so we have our shuffled deck of potions. Grab the top 1. We got the Swift potion, which will just let us draw 3 cards. And now we're going to move on, and we only have one place to move, and that means we're going to have another encounter. We take the top encounter from our shuffled encounter deck. And oh no, we have a large slime. So he's got 8 health, but also has one of these markers that goes right there in the first slot. So we can see this determines what they're going to do each round. You can see the first thing they're going to do is do 1 damage. And that little explosion symbol to the left of the 1 means that they would hit everyone in the party. Luckily, it's just us. At the end of the round, we're going to move that down. And so the next thing they're going to do is do 4 damage and give us the stun condition. And then in the third round, they're going to do a summon, which means they're going to summon an acid slime. And they're just going to keep repeating that process. So it'd be great if we could take them out before they get to that summon. Now, of course, we roll the die. Okay, roll a 1. You start with 3 energy. And you always reset your block at the beginning of every turn as well. So you always start with 0 block. You don't get to hold your block over from round to round. Okay. Got a bunch of pretty basic stuff here. I think we'll be boring and just do 2 attack and 2 defense. That would be our 3 energy. They then do 1 attack to us, but we block it. Again, that would hit everyone in the party. We then move their marker down. We lose any remaining block, but we get our 3 energy. And then we draw 5. Oh, and look at that. We got the combo that we wanted. Excellent. And here we go. This will just wipe them out. So we'll play Riddle with Holes. That costs 2 energy. And we get 4 of these shiv tokens. We can spend those whenever we want to do a 1 attack. And spending each one counts as a separate attack. But instead, we're going to play Unload for 1 energy. That does 2 damage. And then we use all of our shivs. And they're going to deal +1 damage. So each one's going to do 2 damage. So that would be 8 damage. And bam, dead. So that is a pretty powerful combo, I'm not going to lie. We get a coin. Ooh, and we get another potion. This time a fire potion that will deal 4 damage. Now we have a limit of 3 potions. That's the max number of potions we can hold. And then we're also going to get a card reward, as we usually do. Okay, well, this would help with other players. That's not going to really be good for us in a solo game. This could be really great. Our shivs deal 1 extra damage. That would give us 2 chances to combo with whatever it's called, Riddle with Holes. So that is pretty good. Finisher, deal 1 damage for each other attack you played this turn, including with your shivs. What's cool about this accuracy is this is a power that would come out and be in play for the entire combat. So I think I'm going to go for that. Looks like we have a fork in the path here, but I want to go to that merchant. So we're going to come up here and have an event. Wheel of Change. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? Of course you are. Roll the die. Each player rolls separately. Okay, let's find out what we get. 3. We get to remove a card from our deck. This is nice, obviously in a deck building game. thinning your deck to get to the good stuff is always a good thing. I'll go ahead and I'll get rid of one of these defends. Okay. And now, boom, we hit the merchant. When you reach a merchant, you're just going to flip this board over to its merchant side. We're going to fill this top row with treasures and the bottom row with potions. The cost to buy these is at the bottom right corner of the card. We also get to draw 3 cards from our reward deck. The cost to buy these is here. It's based on their rarity. So all these are blue. They're each going to cost 3. And we could also spend 3 in order to remove a card from our deck if we want to do some further thinning. I sort of like Calculated Gamble. That's pretty good. This Runic Pyramid is awesome. That's going to let us get to our combos much easier by being able to hold back some cards rather than discarding our entire hand. That's especially good because we're going to be drawing 7 at the beginning. Yeah, I think this Runic Pyramid is too good to pass up. That's going to cost 6. You can also see here, this one is on sale for 1, so this one would only cost 5. But no, I think I'm happy with my purchase, and that's going to be it. That's all I want to do. That's all I have money for. So everything just goes to the bottom of their decks. And now we just get to move on with another encounter. Okay, another cultist. But this time, if we look at the bottom here, they have a little summon with them. They have a spike slime. So we come here to the summon deck, which has not been shuffled. And you just look for that enemy, which happens to be right here. So this is going to be a little bit of a tougher fight. Okay. Now we need to roll this die. 3. And now this is going to determine what the spike slime does. So on its turn, it's going to do 1 damage, and then it's going to give me a vulnerable token, which means that it'll do double damage the next time it attacks, or the next time I'm attacked by anything. Then that vulnerable token will get removed. So that's not great. We could probably do with taking them out before that happens. Fortunately, we just don't have the cards for that. So I think we want to get 2 defense. Oop, let's get our 3 energy. So that costs 1. We're going to get 2 block. We have to discard a card. And then we're just going to attack twice. Oh, no, wait. We can play this accuracy. Hold on. Let's play this accuracy because this is a power and it's going to stay out. Stay in play. And then we'll spin 1 to just do 1 attack. And yeah, we'll attack this slime, I think. Okay, that's it. Now, we could use the fire potion, but I think I want to save that. Okay, so now we're going to get attacked from left to right, and it says it's going to act last. So regardless, it would act last. So we're going to get hit for 1. That's going to take our block down. Cultist is getting stronger, and then we get hit again. Block. Vulnerable. Okay, now we're going to roll. 5. Lovely. That means we get a block from our loaded die. Slime's going to do 2 damage to us, as is the cultist. But we have this. That's going to be times 2, so that'll be 4 damage. That's not good. Oh no, we didn't get our special card. Well, let's dagger throw. Oops, our block goes down. Okay. Dagger throw. 2 damage onto the slime. Yeah. Draw a card. No! Let's discard a defend. We'll do a neutralize on the cultist. That doesn't cost anything. Ooh, we're going to take some real damage here. Okay, I think we're going to have to use this fire potion after all. We'll deal 4 damage just to take the slime out. And then we'll just play 2 defense. So we don't take damage. So that's going to do +1, -1, so 1 damage. We're vulnerable, so we'll get hit twice. Our block manages it. The vulnerable token goes away, as does the weak. He gets another strength. And there's that combo. And honestly, we don't need to deal anything else out because each one of these would do 3 damage. So we can just completely wipe him out with those. Get a coin. Another potion. Ooh, cunning potion. That just gives us 3 attacks. That's awesome. And card. Ooh, I love this 0 cost damage. Let's grab that. And now we get to move up here to this treasure location. Here we simply get a relic. Okay, we got a ninja scroll. That's pretty awesome. Now let's go up this way to that encounter. Okay, we have a sneaky gremlin, and then at the start they're going to summon 3 random gremlins, but if playing solo, just 2. And here we have our gremlin summons, the one with the little symbol on the side there, so we'll just shuffle that up and get 2 random ones. Okay, we got a fat gremlin and a mad gremlin. Okay, we'll roll the die here just for our loaded die. Ooh, we got it. So we start with a block. They don't have a lot of health, but there's several of them. Man, we cannot get our combo right off the bat. We could just take care of this in one go. Okay, well, we might as well dagger throw. And just take out this sneaky gremlin. We draw a card. Okay. Let's discard a defend. Do our neutralize on the fat gremlin. Now, it won't hit us. Okay, we can go 1 here to play our accuracy. And we don't even want to hit this mad gremlin. So let's just do an extra block. We're done. This guy does 1, -1, nothing. And this guy hits us for 1, which we block. And we'll lose all our block. Easy peasy. Nope. And we should be able to take care of business now, I think. Yep, there we go. And once again, no reason to play this out. Each of these is doing 2 damage with our accuracy. And then we play this, it would do 3 damage. Then we could just play them all and easily take care of these 2. Okay, so we're getting a coin. A potion. So now we can't hold any more potions. Okay, I like the idea of getting a shield and drawing extra cards. So here we go. This is the last type of space that we haven't seen yet. This is a campfire space. Here, each player can either heal 3 health, which we don't need to do. We haven't taken damage yet. Or you can upgrade a card. Now, we haven't talked about this yet, but each of these cards can be upgraded. And that's why they have to be in these sleeves. So let's see here. Like, for instance, we could take our accuracy, flip it to the other side, and now accuracy does the same thing, but it would be free to play. That's a definite maybe. Let's see what our unload does on the other side. Oh, wow. Each of our spears would do +2 damage. That's incredible. And then what about our... Yeah, riddle with holes. What does this do? So instead of 4, you'd do 5. Okay, that's less interesting. I was kind of hoping the cost would be less. Yeah, let's check out our dagger throw just to see what that does. 3 damage instead of 2. Yeah, all right. I think I'm tempted by this. We're going to upgrade our unload. So we have unload plus now. That is now an insane combo, especially if we can get accuracy out. Wow. Okay, now we have another choice here. We could go this way and hit another merchant. We don't have a lot of money, and I kind of like going this way and taking on one of those elite bosses before the final boss, so we can sort of gear up for that. Let's go there. We'll have an event. The Cleric. Hello, friend. I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services? Okay, so we could pay 1 to heal 3. Don't need that. Pay 2 to upgrade a card. Ooh, yes. Pay 3 to remove a card. No, let's pay 2 to upgrade a card. And you know what? Let's get that accuracy. Having that cost nothing? That is perfect. And here we go. We're going to take on one of these kind of mini bosses, I guess. Oh boy. So we have a Lagavulin here. It's going to have 22 health because there's just one of us. If we were playing 2-player game, it'd be 44, 66, 88. And we're going to track that using this guy. Let's hope we can get our combos. Oh, man. We're just not drawing them. First things first, we got our backstab, so that is lucky. It's 2 damage, but plus 2 damage if they're at full health, which they are. So that's going to be 4 damage. Take them to 18. That doesn't cost any energy to play, but it does say exhaust. So that just goes off into an exhaust pile. We're not going to get to play that again for this combat. Oh, and I forgot to roll the die. I always forget to roll the die. Hey, we start with a block. We don't need to play any defense, so let's just go dagger throw, do 2 more damage. Draw a card. Oh, yes. And then we can just discard a block. We can play our accuracy for free because it's upgraded. And then let's just do 2 attacks. 1, 2. That's that. They're not attacking this turn. We move this down. So now they would be doing 4 attacks to the entire party. That would be rough. Okay, 2, nothing happens. Come on, let's get our combo. All right, there we go. Yes. I am shuffling this. I don't know why these two are appearing together all the time. Okay, we lose our block. And there's really no thinking here. Let's just go riddle with holes. We don't even need to get the tokens out. We have 4 of those. We then play this. So that's all our energy. We're getting 2 damage, taking them to 12. And so each of these is doing 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. So we're doing 16 damage. Bam! Killing them immediately. Wow. We get 2 coins. Get a relic. Incense burner. So on a 6 die roll, you can't lose more than 1 HP this round. That's amazing. Get our exhausted card back. And we get to add another card reward. So the other thing the Silent can deal in is poison, but we haven't been doing that, so these aren't as useful. We'll just get this guy. We get to go Campfire, which means we can do another upgrade. I mean, let's go all in here. We're going to upgrade Riddle with Holes, so now we'll have 5 of these shivs. That seems good. And now it's boss time. So let's see what we're dealing with. The Guardian. Looks like they're going to have 40 health. Okay, it's going to start here in attack mode. Now, if you're playing a multiplayer game, the boss is considered to be in every row. It looks like the Guardian here is going to attack for 2 and then get 5 shields. It's then going to move down to this mode shift where if we can remove all of its shield, it'll go into defensive mode and not attack. If we can't remove all the shields, then it's going to do 6 damage to us. Let's see if we can do this. Great. Rolled a 5. Get to start with a shield. Let me shuffle up my deck. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's get our shivs. We can hold them between rounds. It's fine. Okay, that costs 2. Then, let's do our backflip. Gets me 1, so that's the 2 shields I need to block this 2 attack. Then we get to draw 2 cards. Okay, wow. But I think let's just discard all of these. Going to attack us for 2, but we can block that. And then it's going to get 5 shields. Okay, we're going to want to remove those. And then it's going to move down here. We just got to do 5 damage to it so that it will go into its defensive mode. Let's roll. 3. That's not good. And now we really need our combo. Okay, perfect. Yes. Oh, love it. Accuracy for free. Get our 3 energy. Now we can only have 5 shivs at one time. So we don't want to play this yet. Okay, yep. I think we just got to do this. We're unloading. Again, each shiv does 1, +1 for accuracy, and then +2. So each shiv's doing 4. We first do 2 damage, so that's 2 shields gone. And then we're doing 20 damage. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, just 1 second. Backstab. Let's do backstab first. That's free. And because they're at full health, that's going to be 4. They're going to do 4 damage. And then that gets exhausted. So, there we go. So that's going to remove 4 shields. Then we do this unload. That does 2. So 1, 2. And now we're doing 20 damage. Knocking them all the way to 19 health. Incredible. Now we can do Blade Dance. 2 shivs. Let's go ahead and do Ninja Scroll. Once per combat, we can do 2 attacks. Let's use our Cunning Potion to do 3 more attacks. Let's go ahead and spend our shivs, because that's going to be 2 damage each, so 4 additional damage. And we'll defend. Boom. We just took them down from 40 health and 5 shields all the way to 10 health. And because they have no shields left, they're going to go into defensive mode and not attack. That combo is incredible. Okay, we got to reshuffle our deck. Let's roll the die so we don't forget. Hey, 4. We're going to get a shield. Well, there you have it. We'll spend 2 to get 5. Each one's doing 2. Spend them all. That's the 10 damage. And the Guardian is defeated. Wow. We just absolutely slaughtered him and took no damage for this entire run. That's incredible. So look at these rewards we're getting here. 3 coins. We get one of our rare cards. So we get to choose between 3. Let's look at these. Okay, Burst. This turn, your next skill is played twice. Now, Riddle with Holes is a skill. So could we burst that, get the 5 shivs, spend them, and then get them back with Burst? I mean, that seems like that would work. Adrenaline is also interesting, just another power that you can spend that turn. But again, it exhausts, and you draw 2 cards. I think the idea of bursting this is too good to pass up. And then we also get a Boss Relic. In a solo game, you draw 3 and pick 1. Oh my goodness, look at this. Your 0-cost attacks deal +1 damage on each, sword symbol, and that includes our shivs. And each shiv is like a separate attack, so that's just another +1 to our shivs, along with accuracy. Wow. Then we could also just get another one of our rare cards. This seems too good. We got to use this. And there you go. That is the end of Act 1. If we wanted to move on to Act 2, we would get out a new board, remove all the Act 1 enemies, put out the Act 2s, get an Act 2 boss, and just go again. But I think I'm going to end things there. That was Slay the Spire, the board game. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.